Hey there, it's Michelle from 2 Cubes, and I am passionate about seeing your business succeed. So purpose is a really, really important pillar of any business success and personal success. It's really important that we know why we're doing what we're doing, and from a business point of view, that we know what problem we are solving for our clients and customers. If we don't know what problem we are solving, then chances are it's just a good idea. And so the big takeaway that I want to leave with you for today is the difference between planning and brainstorming. And there's a time for both, but we need to get them in at the right time. Here's a big fundamental difference I want to put out there for you. If you don't know where you're coming from and where you're going to, then what you are doing and writing down on is not planning, it's brainstorming. If you are coming up with ideas, but they're not linked to a beginning and end, if you like, or a starting point and a finishing point, that's brainstorming. Totally fine if that's what you want to be doing. But it's really important that we bring brainstorming in at the right point of the planning process. So here's what I want to suggest that you do. Take a few moments with a pen and paper. You can do it digitally, but honestly, pen and paper all the way. And write down maybe 5 to 10 just observations about where you are at right now. What does life look like for you? That's the best question to ask. What does life look for you now? Then in another column, write down 5 to 10 points about what do you want life to look like in 12 months' time. So when we do this process again in January 2025, what do you want to be able to say about your starting point for January 2025? Because that's what we're aiming towards. Well, what you've got now is an idea of where we are now, where we want to head to. So the next question then is, well, what do we have to do to get there? And that's the planning process. And that's where brainstorming can come in. So if, for example, right now my business has a current turnover of $100,000 a year and I want it to be $250,000 a year, what do I have to do to get there? That starts your planning process. If where I start off with is, I want to make more money, and it might even be, I want to make more money by increasing the number of clients that I have, or increasing my billable hours, or increasing my profits, whatever. Totally great. Those are all fantastic goals, but they're not a plan. What they are is ideas. Now, that's fine, but what brainstorming doesn't do is it doesn't take you in a guided direction. It comes up with lots of different ways of solving the problem. That's okay. There's a time for that. Brainstorming comes in better when I'm saying, if I want to increase my number of clients or diversify my client base, then I can brainstorm ways to do that. Totally fine. But the brainstorming is not the stepping stone. All right. So the best way that I would define the difference is have a starting point and a finishing point. Have where you are now and a goal that you're heading to. If you don't have those 2 points defined, anything you come up with is brainstorming. It's not planning, because you don't know where you're coming from. So how would you know how far away along the road you already are? If you don't know where you're going to, then how do you know that what you're coming up with is actually leading you in the right direction? Really, really important difference. Know where you are right now, know where you're heading to, and then what you fill in the middle, you can brainstorm around those points. But don't get the two confused around the wrong way. Have a great day.